Hey guys, it's Gslukedfs bringing you my top 3 DraftKings plays before the news breaks for March 17th. Starting it off with my value play for tonight, it is going to be Tomas Satoransky, point guard for the Chicago Bulls, who has been on an absolute tear lately after making the starting lineup for the Bulls. He's seen over 28 minutes in his last two games where he's seen starts for the Bulls after taking over that starting role instead of Kobe White, and he's also been very productive in those minutes. This year, he's averaged over 1.1 fantasy points per minute, and he's actually improved on that now that he's made it into the starting lineup, scoring at almost a 1.2 fantasy point per minute rate. A lot of that has to do with his increased assist upside, playing up amongst better players, and also because he's seen more minutes. DFS sites, including FanDuel, not just DraftKings, haven't come around to changing his price, which makes him an absolute steal tonight. The matchup against the Spurs isn't ideal, obviously. They don't play very fast. They do have a pretty stout defense, but he still remains an elite projected player. He's a very low, high floor, we'll say, and we'll say a moderate ceiling. He's definitely not going to kill you tonight. I definitely see him hitting 6, maybe even 7x value for you, but I don't see him going out there and scoring 40, 50 fantasy points. He's not a guy who shoots the ball a whole lot, but he does get a lot of assists, some rebounds, and he's going to put up a few layups when he gets open. So I love Satoransky tonight as a value play, and he's essentially a free square, barring any crazy injury news that opens up something more. So I love him tonight. He'll be in pretty much every lineup as of right now. My GPP play for tonight is going to be Russell Westbrook of the Washington Wizards. He is a point guard and he's coming in at $10,400, playing against a very, very favorable matchup in the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento is one of the highest paced teams in the NBA, but also one of the worst defenses, making them easy prey for some of the best fantasy players out there. Russell Westbrook is a very, very high paced player as well, very capable of putting up a triple double on a nightly basis. And I think tonight that's only exacerbated. The Sacramento is known to put up a lot of shots. They're known to miss a lot of shots as well, which means there'll be extra rebounds to go around. And obviously, Westbrook is a stud when it comes to assisting. We saw last night he put up over 16 assists, and I expect him to come out, put up a triple double today, like he's pretty much used to doing night in and night out, and putting up a really nice fantasy score. He's projected in my model for 36 minutes. That has him at about a 59.75 point projection, making him well over 5x value and approaching that 6x mark that you're looking for. And I think his ceiling truly is 75 to an 80 point ceiling. If he goes out, he scores a little bit more than he's used to. Let's say Bradley Beal's being double teamed and whatnot. He could go out and put up a monster score tonight. He's only going to be owned in about 20% of lineups, which I like as well. So I have him in a good amount as a leverage play tonight. And getting to my smash play, somebody that's definitely going to see some ownership, but I'll be eating that chalk just fine. That's going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. He is a power forward center, obviously for the Milwaukee Bucks, and he is the most expensive player on the slate tonight, coming in at $11,000. But I think that's well warranted. He is in a 235 game total against Philly, the Philadelphia 76ers, which happens to be one of the higher paced teams in the league. But they do play a stout defense. The issue tonight is that they're missing their best interior defender, Joel Embiid. And because they are missing Embiid, I expect Giannis to take full advantage of that. Normally, teams have to put 2 to 3 guys on Giannis to stop him. And tonight, the 76ers just don't have those bodies. Dwight Howard used to be an elite defender. He's not going to really do anything against Giannis tonight. And you also have Tony Bradley, who's pretty much helpless as well. So I expect Giannis to eat tonight. I have him projected for 36 minutes and also 63 and a quarter fantasy points. So even more than Westbrook, because I do see that scoring upside for him more often. And one thing to mention as well is that this is a really big game for the Milwaukee Bucks. They haven't had the greatest start to the season, and they are behind Philly on the standings. And given that they are missing Joel Embiid, I fully expect the Bucks to go out and try to smash the 76ers tonight. They really need this win. I don't think they'll take any chances. So I think Giannis has very safe minutes, and obviously we know he's very productive with those most of the time. So I love him tonight as a smash play. He's essentially going to be a free square for me tonight as well. So I expect to have Satoransky and Giannis in most lineups, and definitely sprinkle in Westbrook as well to get that leverage where I can. So that's it for tonight, guys. Let me know who you're playing tonight in the comments, and as always, subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this.